All right. We were talking about the Louisiana Residential Agreement to buy and sell. So we're gonna slip on down. This is part 2 of this, all right? And we're gonna go back down to the part. We're gonna start with inspections. Inspections is a really big deal. So you have X amount of days to inspect. You gotta give yourself at least 10 days, unless you aggressively want to get this property. You have an idea and you have some contractors in your back pocket. So what we do is immediately, if I have it's less than 10 days, next day we're back out there in the house, above the house, under the house, whatever we need to do to go and do some more research on that property, okay? And we don't just check the physical property, we go find out City Hall, find out everything about that property, about the owner, what they did with it, and so on, all right? Home warranty. A big deal if it's a single family home. Multi-family home, not so much because it only cover like one unit at a time. And this is owner occupied. Generally, I'd ask for that. And this cost to exceed generally $500. Make sure you ask the seller to pay for it. Okay. Warranty as is clause waiver retribution. I'll translate this into English for you. If it's a used out on a brand new house, 9 times out of 10, line 227, sale as is without warranties. In Louisiana, I see we have civil code. Okay, there's America, United States, and there's Louisiana. Okay, different animal right here. As is without everything's as is without warranty. You get it, you like it, it's yours, sucker. That's what that translates to. That's what all of that translates to. Even a new home warranty is only for X number of years. Don't count on it. Still get an inspection. Title work. Generally, I put 10 days here. You'll see some agents, if you're a seller agent or you're on the seller side, and you'll see some people put like they want 40 days for the title work, but I don't talk about anxiety. When I see more than 10 days here for title work, something is seriously wrong. Unless the property is in probate or someone's getting divorced or something, might be tied to the title. Yeah, more than 10 days is a red flag to me. Final walkthrough means you get to go 5 days before the property or whatever. You go walk through, make sure the house is still there. And the appliances you agreed to are still there. The default by agreement of seller. Basically, these defaults basically says do whatever you're supposed to do. Otherwise, someone's gonna pay. You see that? You get 10% of the side. Everything has mold, by the way, okay? Everything. It's everywhere. And it's right now, it's in my sinuses, which is why I sound like this. Offender. Everybody's offended all the time. Okay? You're in New Orleans, okay? If there's not one of these people in the neighborhood, you obviously gotta change parishes. And then I can say the same in Jefferson Parish or St. Charles or whatever the parish is. There's always somebody offending somebody. All right. But there's the website to check it out. Okay. Flood hazard information. You're south of I-10, everything floods all the time. Everything's in a flood zone. If an agent dares to tell you there's a flood X, the only place to put X is, let me not tell you where to put the X, but don't trust it. You got to make sure what's the flood insurance. Uh, Deadlines, time is of the essence, additional terms and conditions. Typically, there's going to be anything you don't trust about the seller agent, the neighborhood, the appliances, the leases, and so on. All right. But that's part of your due diligence when you're buying a property. The roles of the brokers and designated agents. Everybody's supposed to do what they're supposed to do. That's what all this means, okay? Everybody do what you're supposed to do. If you can't count and you can't figure out the square footage, have someone buy you a tape and you go measure it yourself, okay? Don't rely on anybody for anything. The listed addenda. These addenda are like EF variants, like FHA has a bunch of paperwork. If it's a condo, you need to get the condo association details. There's a special form for that. Contingency if you're trying to sell a house. New home new construction. They got to do the punch list. Private water. This is like got like a sewage plant, little thing in the backyard. You got a trailer and a deposit at that number. You got to put the money. Who's going to provide the money, right? So all of this is basically, once again,